Okay, so this is where we originally started. Here's the marker. All that brush was there. The larger tree stand was right in here, where you can see. And we'll go in and take a look at what's left over in the material. Again, this area was where those 25 to 40 foot trees were growing. And when I was in there, I saw that there were poplars and there was a few locusts. This is the kind of material that's left over. It's not mulch that you would put in your garden, but more like a shreddings. And this is pretty typical. What you would do with this, what I plan to do is plant some pasture grass over top of this. This is not too bad as far as how much mulch is layered on here. But I'll come through with a bucket and just scrape this off. This is where it was more just like higher weeds, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 foot weeds. So this is what I'd like it to look like. It's not very covered with any kind of mulch. You can see the soil, and that's what I'm looking for. A lot of these wood shreds where the wood was thrown from where the trees were growing. This is pretty typical of what a finished forestry mulcher looks like. From here, it's ready to broad seed some grass, or if you're going to fence it in for cattle, or if you're going to plant a crop. What most customers do who do crops is they will just run a disc over this and disc this mulch, these wood mulch pieces, into the soil, and also level some of the clumps out. A lot of these clumps you see are just clumps of mulch that are piled up from my tracks or the cutter. So they'll just go over this with a disc, level it out, and put some of these the wood into the soil, and then you're ready to go. As far as any stumps, of course there were hundreds of trees in here. Most of them were probably in the 3 to 5 inch range. You can see there's no stumps sticking up. They are cut all the way to the ground, flush with the ground. And the largest trees that I found in here were 7-inch diameters. Here's if there's going to be any stubble, this is kind of what it looks like. And I call this soft stubble. It's not pointy. It isn't anything that's going to puncture a tire. It's just something that doesn't, the cutter doesn't, some types of wood, it doesn't cut it off cleanly. So you're left with this. But that isn't going to be any problem. And I can't even find where the larger stumps were. Maybe this is one. Nope. Okay, so this is the end result of forestry mulching. As we saw from the beginning, looks like a pretty large, daunting task if you were bush hogging it. I'd say this is probably close to an acre, just looking at it, maybe 3/4 of an acre. This took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to cut.